Welcome everyone. Here's Monique Loxil, the founder of HeartPowered Business, and I'm back with another heart-powered inspiring interview. And as you know, every time we have an amazing guest, and I can tell you today, the lady we have here with us today, oh my God, she is, I don't know what she is, but she's kind of really like a superstar. Just the last couple of weeks, there were like 39 of us that wrote a new book, and she just, together with a partner, they edited every single chapter just overnight, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
It's incredible. So, again, you'll be very happy to get to know my very special guest today. Who is this lady? First of all, her name is Wendy H Jones, and she's really an award winning international best selling author who writes adult crime fiction, also young adult mysteries, children's picture books, and nonfiction books for authors. And she's also an international public speaker, right? Wendy, that's something we have in common, right? And
Yeah.
she runs two writing groups and runs writing workshops and courses. And she's also honored to be the president of the Scottish Association of Writers and the host of the Writing and Marketing Show podcast. So, welcome, Wendy. It's great to have you today.
Thank you. It's lovely to be on the show. Thank you for inviting me.
Great, you're welcome. And again, what I've seen, the magic you've been creating over the last couple of weeks was just wow, mind blowing, to be honest. And I just wonder, like a busy woman like you, and you're not only actually editing books, and you're not only writing this podcast yourself, and you're not only being the president of that, writers organization, running courses. And I actually wonder, do you have like 10 sisters or something? you know, but I wonder, I always ask the question, like, once you're so busy and you do so much amazing work to help people, to get your own stories out and to help others get their stories out, and their message. What do you do right now to stay vibrant and joyful and keep your energy high and stay in the vortex, as we call it? What do you do?
Well, I just love life in all fairness. Whatever's happening, I have this innate ability to be able to enjoy every minute of it. At one point I was really poorly with my lungs, which is why I started writing anyway, because you can write when you're ill. It doesn't matter if no matter how ill you are, you can still write because you don't need to run around. But I was still cheery, and everybody's going, "Why are you cheerful?" I'm saying, well, whatever the circumstances, you can either be cheerful and you've got bad circumstances, or you can be miserable and have bad circumstances. Why be miserable? You might as well enjoy it. But I love writing. I'm passionate about writing and supporting other writers. And I'm passionate about helping people to publish, to get their stories out. So that helps if you enjoy what you're doing. And you say I'm busy. I have to say, they say if you want something done, give it to a busy person.
I love it, absolutely, and you do get a lot done. I mean, I could see that over the last couple of weeks. So, so what do you do right now, Wendy? Because I know that you're also you're a writer. You do all kinds of things, and also you're running your own business. So, what are you doing right now to really bring your business to the next level? What are the things? What are your best practices? To really again grow your income, grow your impact, and everything else.
Yeah. Well, I'm extremely good at networking, and networking is important. And when I say networking, I don't see it as networking. I see it as being helpful and pleasant and friendly to others. And if you're helpful and pleasant and friendly to others, they reciprocate. And I always reach out to people, and I'm growing my mailing list, which is actually growing quite fast recently. I have two mailing lists. I have one for my novels, and I have one for my nonfiction and my writing coach business. And they're growing exponentially as I just join communities, get involved in communities. So what people often do is they'll join communities and then they'll start going, oh, buy my book or buy my course or join this. It's not about that. It's about relationship, and it's relationships that help things to grow. I'm also I'm starting a membership group for it's called Authors Accelerator Academy. Sorry, Authorpreneur Accelerator Academy. Even I can't remember the name of it. And it's to help people with the business of writing, people who want to take it to the next level. And I'm about to launch that just in the new year. So in the next week, that will be launched. And I'm just generally making sure I write more books as well, non-fiction and fiction, because that gets your name out there as well.
I love it. Oh my God, you said so many things. I don't even know where to start asking you more questions.
Sorry,
You could probably have an interview over the next 10 hours or something.
I'm very
No, don't be
enthusiastic.
sorry. It's just beautiful. Thank you for your generous sharing. So Wendy, let's take it one by one. You say that you're networking, so obviously
Yeah,
you said, I mean, you already shared a few golden nuggets around that one. You said that you join communities, but
yeah,
you're not showing up being a salesperson, right? So again,
yeah.
as you said, it's all about building relationships. So, a lot of people find it challenging and not as easy as you. For you, it seems to be second nature, and it is for me too, right? You and I, we are networkers. We just love
Yeah,
to connect with people,
yeah.
right? But it's not as easy for everyone. So for people that don't even know where to start, that they don't even know where to reach out, what communities to, to join, what advice do you have for them to get going?
Well, social media is a very good place to start. And the best place to start on social media is by following people who are influencers, or following people who are already got a step up in the industry. But you don't follow them just to harass them or anything, but you do interact with them. You follow them, you interact on their posts, you ask them questions, and you just interact normally. Even if you're an introvert, you can do it on social media. And most experts are happy to share their knowledge, are happy, as long as you're not asking 40 questions a day, in which case they might get a bit, but follow them, retweet them, share their posts, give them a shout out, and do ask them questions, comment on their posts, and they will soon start to notice you and will reach out to you. And that's how I did it. Because to start with, I mean, I didn't know everybody in the writing community. I didn't know everybody in the independent writing community. I didn't know everybody in publishing. But just by being friendly in groups and answering questions or asking questions or putting nice comments, people got to know me. And that way, and you can ask questions in the groups. You find groups. If you type in a group in Facebook, you'll find it. I'm not being funny. If you wanted a group called Writing for Lion Tamers, you'd find it. Not that I agree with lion tamers, by the way, that's a joke. But you'd find it. You would find it because there's groups for everything. So it's just doing your research really, and then just being pleasant.
Yeah, absolutely. And being a supporter as you were on this book project,
Yeah.
which is amazing. And so you also said that you start growing your mailing list. So how do you go about that? You say, I mean, do you invite people that you meet in the community to sign up with you, or what do you do?
I do it in two ways. First of all, if people are interested in starting out in the writing journey, I'll say you might want to join my mailing list. You will get interesting nuggets of information and articles on becoming a writer. They get a free writing and marketing book, which is, well, it's booklet at the moment, but it will be a longer book. But it's to get you started. It is a get you started writing book, and so they can do that. They can sign up for my newsletter. Same with my novels. If they want to read my novels, they can sign up for the newsletter. They can sign up for both if they want. And then you just give them value. If you give them value, they will tell their friends. They will tell their friends. It's the same for anything. And viral word of mouth and viral marketing is gold dust. That's what you want. So if you're helpful and pleasant and give people good information, they will say to their friends, oh, if you join Wendy's mailing list, you'll get good information there. And I also do it through my, I've got an online course and people are signing up for my newsletter through that. And I also do some advertising on Facebook.
Right. And obviously, you have a lot of experience with writing books, and you have others write books, and you run courses around that. So,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people. I mean, especially I also, I work with so many experts, like expert entrepreneurs, you call them author entrepreneurs or something, or
Authorpreneur.
authorpreneurs. I like that. Okay. So everyone takes the word preneurs and puts something in front of it. It's beautiful, authorpreneurs. But entrepreneurs often are experts, right? They want to get their message out in a
Yeah.
greater way. And, I mean, I work a lot with coaches and trainers and consultants and speakers, and a lot of them are thinking about writing a book, but they're, again, they think like, oh my God, it's so much work. And it's not only, writing the book, it's also the whole publishing and the whole, and the whole promotion of it? What would you say to people to really take their fear out of the way and just get going?
Well, all you need to write a book, people think, oh my goodness, I couldn't write a book because I don't know where to start. And all you need to write a book is a piece of paper and a pen, or a computer if you're a geek like me, a computer. But you need a piece of paper and a pen, or a notebook and a pen. And you just, when it comes to starting, start with anything. I've written a book, and I'm not trying to sell a book, but I've written a book with 366 exercises to help people write every day. And every single one is different. And some things will be listen to music, and that will help, and write down what you think of the music, and that will get you started. All you have to do is you tip your brain into its creative mode and get you started. Build a sandcastle, that's one of them. But I know we can't build many sandcastles at the moment because we're stuck at home. So that's not a very good example, really. But there are all sorts of things.
Behind, in the backyard or something for our kids.
Absolutely. If you've got a sandpit in the backyard, build a sandcastle. There are things you can do that will do some adult colouring, because it tips your brain into a creative mode. And then just start with anything. Start with your name, start with the paperclip that's on your desk, start with writing about colours. And before you know where you are, you'll be writing something.
It's beautiful. So every one of you, right? I mean, you now, if you've been thinking about writing a book and you just can't get yourself into it, get in touch with Wendy, right? And I mean, the 333 hints of how to get your writing is amazing. I also once read another book, like when it's worth speaking about, or when you can speak about it, you can write about it, or something like that. It was, again, so, this is great. Wendy, if we want people to really get going, what is one of the things they can do to get started? Because we always like to, not just inspire everyone that's with us here on these interviews, but really, we also like to get people to really take a first step, make progress, and eventually get results, right? So what is the first step you invite everyone that's here with us today that you invite them to take?
The first step is get your piece of paper and your pen, but there's more to the first step. What you then need to do is, when somebody wants, oh, look, you're ready to go, you're ready to go, so you can write it while we're on air.
I'm going.
Part of that is then you're saying everybody has an idea for a book. Everybody has an idea for a book. Write down the idea for the book. Just start with that. Write down the idea of the book, and then brainstorm anything around that you can think of. So we'll go back to our lion tamers, and I know we're not allowed them anymore, so I'm sorry to keep bringing them up. Oh, no lions were harmed in the forming of this exercise. We'll find something else. Dog training. So if it's about dog training, just brainstorm everything you can think about dog training. If it's about your great Uncle Arthur's trip to the Antarctic, write down everything you know about the Antarctic, about ships, anything. Just write it down. And before you know where you are, you'll have a plan for a book. There you go.
I love it. And I know there's a lot of, hints and tips people can pick up from you, because obviously you've been writing quite a few books, right? And, you help people to write books. So if people would like to get in touch with you, Wendy, how would they get in touch? What's the best way of connecting with you?
Well, they can get in touch with me through my website, which is wendyhjones.com, or they can email me at wendy@wendyhjones.com. And if they want to find me on social media, guess what? My name is Wendy H Jones. Everywhere.
Perfect. Good. So on Facebook, on LinkedIn, they find you there. Okay,
Facebook, great. LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram. They'll find me.
Love it. Okay, Wendy, I see that you are omnipresent out there, right?
I am.
I can't wait to read your 333 tips of how to write a book, thing. So
it's 366 because it's one for every day of the year, including a leap year.
Oh wow, I love it. So it's one a day throughout a year plus a bonus one, right? So,
yeah.
Great, I love it. Good, Wendy. Thank you so much for being with us, and all of you, that are with us right here, right now, and thank you for being with us on a regular basis. I know you love all our guests, and every single one is such a precious gem, and so is Wendy. And again, don't just get inspired. Inspiration is great, and still taking action, moving forward, making progress will eventually get you the results you want. Okay, so all of you, if you've been thinking about a book, just take Wendy's challenge today. Okay, take a blank piece of paper. It's not so difficult. Paper and pen. I think all of us have still access to that. If you don't have any paper, take your phone out, right, or any other way, or take whatever toilet paper, if you still have any toilet paper, write on that one, or write on your wall or whatever else. But you can write. So write down the ideas for your next book and then start mind mapping it out. I love it. So again, and let us know, because you know that we are in the HeartPowered Global Nation in our community. We love to cheer you on. We love to hear what action you have taken. We love to see how it has served you and what you're going to do with it. And also what happened, what magic happened, because every time you start taking action, something magically happens, right? So take the action, share with us what's happened. And Wendy, it's been wonderful to have you with us. So thank you. For taking time out of your very busy schedule and agenda. And thank you for inspiring me in the first place, and our community, and all of you that have been with us today. Thank you. Take that step, share with us how it's going, and we'll be back with another interview very soon. So thank you, Wendy. Thank you all. And have a wonderful day, and we'll be back soon. All the best for now.